Last week, I was at a coffee shop in Dallas. A guy walks in, brand new Jordans, a Tag Heuer on his wrist, Mercedes-Benz keys on the table. And I'm not gonna lie, he looked successful. 30 minutes later, the bill comes. $58. Split two ways. And I watch him pause, open his phone, switch between apps, moving money around just to cover $29. And I'm sitting there thinking, how does this even make sense? That car outside costs him $800 a month, but $29 almost broke him. And that's when it hit me. True wealth never needs an audience. And here's the crazy part. Americans are drowning in $1.28 trillion of credit card debt. Nearly half can't handle a $1,000 emergency. But luxury sales keep rising. Designer items keep selling out. And every scroll shows people performing a life they can't afford. This isn't rare anymore, this is normal. Today, I'm breaking down 7 clear signs someone is fake rich. Not wealthy, not winning, just loud with borrowed money and silent about the debt. And sign number 5? That one will completely change how you read a room. Sign 1. Entry-level luxury car buyers. 68% finance their purchase, meaning they don't have the cash. But they still want to show status, so they buy on EMIs just to impress others. They spend on shopping and cars, not because they can afford it, but because they want to look like they can. Let's compare. Barebones BMW 3 Series, $45,000, no real features. Fully loaded Honda Accord, $38,000, heated seats. Sunroof. Apple CarPlay. Better reliability. Lower insurance. Lower maintenance. Price difference, $7,000. That's $7,000 invested in the S&P 500. After 10 years? $18,000 plus. Companies already know this. Customers want the name, not the car. So they price it like this. $45,000, badge plus nothing. $65,000, badge plus some features. $90,000, badge plus everything. You're not just buying a car. You're paying to advertise their brand. Sign 2. Hidden costs nobody talks about. The moment you buy a luxury car, that's when the real game begins. Let me give you the actual numbers. Owning a BMW 3 Series, annual cost. Insurance, $2,400 to $3,200 per year. Service/maintenance, $1,200 to $2,000 per year. Premium fuel required, plus $800, $200 per year. Brake pads, OEM $400 to $600 per set. Tires, one set $800 to $1,200. Now compare that to a Toyota Camry, same year. Insurance, $1,400 per year. Service, $400 to $600 per year. Regular fuel, perfectly fine. Parts, available everywhere, Walmart, AutoZone, anywhere. Annual gap, $2,000 to $3,500. Over 10 years, $20,000 to $35,000 difference. That's a year of college tuition. Or a serious contribution toward a house down payment. Fake rich math. Spending 20 to 30% of your income on a car and status items. Real rich math. 2 to 5%. That's it. Look at Warren Buffett. Net worth over $120 billion. He still lives in the same $31,500 house he bought in Omaha in 1958. He drives a $45,000 Cadillac XTS. Not a Rolls-Royce. Not a Bentley. Not a Ferrari. Why? Because he understands one thing. Comfort is not status. Compound interest is status. Sign 3. The designer trap. An $8,000 Chanel bag. $3,000 in a savings account. This isn't rare. This is suburban America right now. The U.S. personal luxury goods market. $80 billion annually. The fastest growing segment? Aspirational buyers. People stretching their finances to afford luxury. Aspirational equals emotional purchase. Your brain says, I deserve this. Your wallet says, please don't. Simple rule. If you need 2+ months of your take-home pay to buy something, you cannot afford it. Not EMI. Not buy now, pay later. Not I'll figure it out. You cannot afford it. Let's do the real math. $500 Air Jordans on a credit card. Minimum payments only. Takes 3+ years to pay off. Total cost, $680 plus. Resale value after 1 year, $200 if you're lucky. Net loss, $480. Now imagine that $480 in an index fund. 10 years at 10% CAGR, $1,245. That's the trade-off. 3 seconds of dopamine. Years of wealth missed. Sign 4. The social media illusion. What you see on Instagram is not real life. A study from the University of Pennsylvania, 2023. 72% of people feel financially inadequate after just 30 minutes on Instagram.
Why?
Because you're comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's highlight reel. $3,000 spent. 18 months of EMIs. 47 seconds of content. Nobody posts. I just maxed out my 401k. Paid off $12,000 in credit card debt. Negotiated my salary from $70,000 to $95,000. But everyone posts. Business class upgrades. Rooftop pool photos. Watch flexes. Life is being run for performance. Real wealth is boring on camera. Look at Jeff Bezos. Before he became Jeff Bezos, he drove a Honda Accord for years. Worked out of a garage. Invisible. Now, $170 billion net worth. Charlie Munger, making billion-dollar decisions at Berkshire Hathaway, drove a 2001 Cadillac DeVille until he was 96. Real rich people don't need to prove anything. Fake rich people? Likes equals validation. Sign 5. Renting a lifestyle. Old wealth. Own everything. New fake wealth. Lease everything. Car lease breakdown. $600 per month times 36 months equals $21,600 paid. Miles restriction. Wear and tear fees. At the end, $0 asset. Same car, buy with a loan. $600 per month times 36 months equals similar payment. After payoff, the car is yours. Resale value, $12,000 to $18,000. 10 years later, lease loop nothing. Buy equity. Rent the runway lifestyle. Rent designer outfits for $150 to $200 per event. 12 events equals $2,400 per year. On rented clothes. You own 0. Their renting status. Sign 6. The stress subscription. Real talk. If your car payment is more than 15% of your take-home pay, that's not a car. That's a stress subscription with wheels. This is a real story. A tech worker in San Francisco. $120,000 salary. Sounds great, right? Rent. $3,200 per month. BMW payment. $850 per month. Credit cards. $600 per month minimum. Student loans. $400 per month. Food, gas, miscellaneous. $1,800 per month. Money left over. Negative. Then layoffs hit. San Francisco Tech, 2023.
No savings.
3 months later, everything collapsed. He had to sell the BMW. Bought in 2021, $52,000. Sold in 2023, $34,000. Loss, $18,000 in 2 years. Plus interest paid, $8,400. Total cost of looking successful, $26,400. That's not car freedom. That's a stress subscription. Sign 7. The credit life. Fake rich people don't have cash, but they have access. Buy now, pay later. Credit cards. Personal loans for vacations. The U.S. BNPL market. $100 billion by 2025. Biggest users. Gen Z and millennials. Life isn't being run on income. It's being run on credit limits. 1 job loss. 1 medical bill. 1 car repair. Everything collapses. Average American credit card debt, $6,500. At 24% APR, paying minimum only. It takes 17+ years to pay off. Total interest paid. More than the original debt. Fake rich mental math. Can I afford the monthly payment? Real rich mental math. Will this grow in 5 years? One question. Different life. Sign 8. The mindset difference. Fake rich people say, look at what I have. Real rich people say, look at what I've built. Simple framework. The 5% rule. Before any luxury purchase, it must be less than 5% of your net worth. It must be less than 2 months of your take-home pay. Both conditions must be met. Not one.
Both.
Real example. Net worth, $500,000 max car, $25,000 white heavy checkmark. Net worth, $50,000 $25,000 car crossmark.